Top of the morning, or should I say top of the joy? You know, because words are spells. And within that realm is where I'm trying to dwell. Like this situation right here, where it's inconsiderate and it's blocking. And we see how, like, as soon as I put the camera on him, he started moving more. He was going probably 2 miles per hour. But as soon as I make it visual, that, like, what you're seeing now is my literally entire trucking day. Like, everybody else would be driving fast around me, but there's always somebody that was like priming to do this next to me. That's why I left immediately. But this is the essence and the essence of the subject that I wanted to talk on today. There's another motherfucker doing it too. Like, it's anyways, and you're like, man, that's just normal traffic. You don't know. Like, as a person that has to deal with street theater, there are things that come into play that hinder a person from a natural, easy. The average person would have just a general occurrence, not this happening right now being their entire day, 24/7, 365. I could make videos about this, and this is actually like nothing in comparison to what I really deal with. But the real rub of what I'm aiming at is energy manipulation around the right time. We all are dealing with spiritual warfare. And the enemy can't defeat you just off of God's mercy and God's extended grace. With prayer and focus and attention and proper location of where you're placing that energy, it gets real sticky. Hold on. Cleansing and clearing out phlegm and whatnot. And I'm trying not to spit so many goddamn loopies on the video. So, yeah. But with that energy, outside attempted manipulation, you'll have impromptu times. Like, I'm at a place where I'm finishing paperwork, and I beg you, if you're watching my channel, to come to an understanding of laws to do things that excel, that elevate you above a certain area. If you're curious, ask me, message me, I'll get back to you. But that's if you like wisdom, you know what I mean? That in itself is a hard ask. But with wisdom allows you to know that you're being bamboozled, not just in America, everywhere. And I'm taking necessary steps to correct said situation, because I'm not naive like most people. And I shut the door for people that are willing, open, and gleefully happy vessels of demonic realms. Like, I made it very hard to fuck with me on the external. But your environment also plays a major factor. That's why I've been stuck in areas that are like alienated from multicultural things. You know, when you alienate white people from other cultures, their narcissistic, flawed state tends to take over. It's like, oh, like, you're supposed to, you don't act like us, you don't kiss ass and follow and run behind each other and play this stupid ass, like, social mind game that is meaningless. Well, we're going to energetically attack you. We're going to insinuate we're going to physically attack you, but we don't want that smoke. So it leads on to, like, say I'm thinking, or I'm having a deep conversation, or I'm chopping in with somebody, or anything that really lends this energy to me to get things done, I get interrupted, I get thrown off. I'm tired at wrong times that I'm supposed to sit down and accomplish and finish certain paperwork to finish my complete process. So I won't have to be part of this whole dog and pony show that's going on that I've been like bullshitted on. And trust me, if this happens to any level of awoken person, even as a child, like you want to learn something new, all of a sudden your attention span drops. You're super drained. And then even if you remain diligent to it, people, things, and outside experiences also come to lend credence to this energy field that you're feeling. You can still push back regardless. That's the power of me being stubborn. But it's like, and we don't really mature much as people, even though we all like to believe we do. We don't. But let me see, am I in the right place? Hold on. What the fuck? Shipping and receiving over there. Okay, cool. Small ass sign. Anywho. So you want entertainment, and I guess entertainment is good every occasional, because you have to remember you are in a spiritual battle. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm doing multiple things, man. You're in a spiritual battle, and I can't beat that enough. That is not it. Let me say. Find my BOL, find where I'm going. But like I was saying, and I'll beat this dead horse for a long time, because spirits don't have a time limit, even though they do have a time limit. Because once you make it past a certain checkpoint, see over there. Once you make it past a certain checkpoint in your life, that's when their time is up, because all their actions will become irrelevant. I'll give you an example. If you grew up in the hood like me, you have a certain point of ignorance span that you have to be in, because we have so many enemies. And like, some of us never wake up to the fact that we have so many enemies. We have so many enemies. We have so many enemies that are behind our own lines. We have so many enemies. And the devil seeks to catch you within your own family, within your environment. Even if you remain resistant to the people, the bitches, the environment, the crimes, the drugs, people shooting, random cops, crooked cops, naming all these things. If you resist all these things, you still have to fight your environment and your internal energy and how you transmute it. That stubbornness that, believe it or not, God placed in us, we used to grow. The environment that is beating down on us, like the devil uses our need to be the Lulu to survive this, and he tries to flip it against us. This is what I mean by spiritual energy. So when you believe you have time, like what was progressive for you in one environment can be destructive in another as you progress through the levels of spiritual warfare to make it through basically the mental and spiritual and physical and financial promised land. You make it out the hood. You drop the bad friends, but you drop the inner person that's in you that entertains bad friends and bad company. Oh, you drop the I respond to people gaslighting and like teasing and acting weird, like, hey, you don't want to be part of the fuckery, basically. Like, that's a demon invite and a demon intervention. You have to understand that in spiritual warfare, 90% of the warfare or more is on invite only. And you have to remember that even in internal energy battles where you feel weird, if you don't invite it, that's where stubbornness comes in. And that's where the value you have to stick to. You only have beliefs in this world. That's the only thing you have control over. If you believe in one thing like fear, you will get the results. If you, by belief, you invite it, opening a gateway to it. Like, it's really metaphysical and really trippy, but all these small slights will change your environment. And the stronger your spirit is, as I'm noticing, my presence just around certain people will cause a massive chain reaction without me having to do or say anything. It's kind of interesting. I pay no mind because it's always been this way. But I mean, it's intensifying because I have to. Because I have to intensify. Because the spiritual warfare is intensifying. Because I'm reaching different points. Just like, and I'll give you information on basically my life, and I'll release this amount of it. My family sabotaged me for basically my whole life, and used my credit, and had access to memorize my credit and using it, and not only using it for their benefit while I was left to be fucked, but did it in a manner to sabotage me. Like, it's one thing to do it to benefit you, but it's another thing to do it to almost to the point where you leave paper trails to where now I'm fixing it. Other people are asking questions, even though I'm finding out a lot of people are covering for the corruption they're doing. It's a lot of weird shit, but it's not going to affect me. But I noticed that now that I'm getting to this point, a lot of extra pressure, massive extra pressure is happening from like people that shouldn't even be connected, like say jobs and family. Like, I do one thing, they don't like it, and I have to cut you off. Well, they respond like they're connected, and bitches and old friends I grew up with, they respond like they're connected. Like, say if we had a beef and I don't know you and I'm a stranger and I uppercut the shit out you, and I knock out a few teeth, and I go to a Walmart a whole town over, and this is real life situation minus knocking somebody's teeth out or uppercutting somebody. Somebody will give me attitude like I punched them a whole town over. This is basically the breakdown of my life. And this is also simplifying the breakdown of spiritual warfare. Spirits don't comprehend time and space like we do in the lower physical realms. Anyways, let me get my job done, because I still gotta go in the physical realm. Like and subscribe.